everyone. Come on in. Come find
Here
your
we go.
seats. We got some singing to do. Here we go.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
All right. I'd like to introduce our musicians this morning. We have our fabulous band. We have on guitar Ed Cusby, on bass Bill Dixon, on drums David Page. I'm Diane King Van here at the keys. Our song leaders today are Karen Allen, Wade, and Kimberly Wooldridge. And our soloist is the wonderful, delightful Senia, back with us this morning. So now it's your turn to stand on up, and we have another sing-along song we're going to do called God You Are. It's a Daniel Nahmod song, and as soon as I get this microphone in here, away we go. 2, 3, 4.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
And now it's time to meet and greet your neighbor. Go say hello. And work your way back to your seats because we have more singing to do. And here we go, folks. Second verse, sunrise.
God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below. Everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Actually, don't quiet down. Stay rowdy. This is a great day. Yeah, come on. Let's hear it. There's a lot going on today. Woo! All right. I guess you got to settle down. Okay. Okay, officially, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Capistrano Valley. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. Whatever your heart's desires are, they are supported here. Whatever you want to be and become and do and see, we can help you here. Now is the beginning of the holiday season in my mind. And we have a very special morning because something in the back there. You see all that stuff back there? Yeah. Everybody, there's a bunch of artists out there, a bunch of creative people, and I'm one of them. So I want you to visit my booth. So, shameless plug. Yes, it is a shameless plug, but I'll take it. So I got the mic. But anyway, I'd like you to join with me just in a centering prayer. And I want you to quiet your mind if that's possible. If you can get away from the buffet, you get away from the boutique. Yeah, we'll do that next. Sure. We'll out of order. That's all. I'm excited. I'm going to pray first, and then we'll do the flames of faith. That's okay. And just go within and just quiet down your mind and know with me that it's time to say yes. It's time to say yes to joy. Time to say yes to love. It's time to say yes to prosperity, God. It's time to say yes to that homeless person standing on the street. It's time to say yes to those in need, those who have health issues. It's time to be the best that we can be and share that goodness with the world. We are unique. We are wonderful. We are divine. We are the children of God, and as children of God, we have a responsibility to make a difference in this world. Uplift hearts, open up minds to love and to be. So this morning, I just release this to the universe. Know it is so. Together we say, and so it is. And for those who might have been disappointed, we will do the flames of faith. Because we do this for a reason. We do it because we know that we are not the only ones in the universe. And there's many ways of connecting with Spirit, connecting with God, consciousness. So we honor all of those different forms to the one. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and the practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the candle for the universal religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual practices. As the lovely Jill Burnett lights the last candle, let it represent the path that brought you here this morning. Now I'd like to welcome Patrick Friedman up to read the affirmation.
Well, good morning. And what we're going to do is I'm going to read it. It's going to be up on the screen behind me. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And so it is. So all together, there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And so it is.
Thank you, Patrick. And now please put your hands together for Senia.
Forget the angels, oh my love. Don't forget the angels. Don't forget the angels walk us. Don't forget the angels. When you run from your demons, they will come for you. But if you make peace with the devil, you see that he is an angel too. Forget the angels, oh. Don't forget the angels. Don't forget the angels walk us. Don't forget the angels. See the stars, you must go where it is dark. And when you don't know where you are, we'll look up and the way will be clear. Because the angels are always near. Don't forget the angels, oh. Don't forget the angels. Don't forget the angels walk us. Don't forget the angels.
Senia, Thank you so much. And now, please welcome our very own Reverend Patty Mercado.
Good morning. Dr. Heather is with us in spirit. She's taking care of her body. She's got a little flu thing going on, so we'll just all know right now. Health and well-being for all of us. And so she sends her love. And I'm happy to be here with you this morning. And we are celebrating the season of light. And to start it out, we're going to bring up a bright light in our community, Dan Hedrick, and he is going to share with us as the light that he is. Jump right in.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really exciting to be here. I kind of stay on the outside for a while. I've been around for a couple of years here. Heather asked me last Sunday, hey, can you give 3 or 5 minutes? Why do you come here? And why do you bring your patients here too? I'm a family doctor. I work in addiction medicine at a residential treatment center up here. And AA saved my life 30 years ago. Suicidally depressed. And at the end, as doctor, so I was on this voyage to try to find the perfect drug. I tell people, yeah, for a humanitarian reason, I almost killed myself several times just for you guys. Well, they all work at first and they all stop working, and it took me a long time to figure that out. And so I've been sober for 30 years, and AA saved my life. And then after a few years, though, I was searching for something to push me a little more. And Ernest Holmes and all that. I call him Ernie because I'm always with him. We do the 365 days and start my morning every morning with that. And so I was kind of a closet science of mind student. And I came out and started coming here. It was really fun. And I met Dave, and I'm doing the men's group, and Al, and then Gene has his Native American thing. My patients love that. And it's really good that it's not, the main reason why I come here is because people don't act their age. That's it. It's, yeah, really. Everybody, especially this front row, they're just like totally, and the band is like, man has a hard time controlling them because they don't act their age. And I come here for the music too, yeah. And the people, everybody in the audience is so artistic and musical and talented. So it's good that it's not called a church too, because for some reason, you know, my patients have been burnt out on churches. So if it was called the Church of Spiritual Living, I would never get anybody here. No, we're just going to the Center for Spiritual Living. You know, the Center for Spiritual Anti-Aging. That's what it is. I'm going to rename it. Yeah. But what really connects me here is that there's never that feeling of us and them. Every time I read other religions and I take a part of all of them that we light the candle for, the problem, I hit this wall when they say it's us and them. I start getting that feeling. I just can't handle that. So that was one of the biggest factors of coming here and incorporating this in my spiritual adventure, which has been, and it keeps going. And I feel a part of all these other religions too. A few months ago, I went to San Francisco, and I had a whole morning, a Sunday morning off. And I said, oh, I'm going to go down to that church. And then I realized there was a whole row of different types of churches and stuff. And I started at the Baptist church, the Catholic church. And I spent like 15. Then there was a Buddhist temple. I went to 4 different churches, like an hour and a half. And I was like, in my old days, I would call it pub crawling. I was like, I was church crawling, and I'd walk in and I'd feel like I was part of it. I could see people just with spiritual adventure and love. Felt like I was a member of all of them because of this type of training. Let's see, I have I have to keep reminding myself that my main mission in life, and I'm a slow learner because I've been for 30 years, is to try to love myself unconditionally for no good reason and without anybody's help. And I'm getting better every year, but I don't know if you can do it and love everybody and everything. But that's my goal. I get a lot. I know you can hate yourself 24 hours a day. I did that, you know. So I'm on my way, and I'm really excited about part of this. Even did the video taping on back there. They're having a blast back there behind your backs. They dance when they're singing and stuff. And and I got to watch people. I got to zoom in on their faces, you know. And in my old way of thinking, I would flip back to my old way of thinking. Sometimes I'd be filming something that's just unbelievable. I mean, so much emotion and talent. And I know somebody said there's only one or two people there. I'm thinking, oh yeah, but God's watching. Hey, God, are you watching this? Are you getting this? I know there's a lot of football games going on. You got to watch those too. But I'm taping it for God. You know, yeah, you got to catch this. You know, after the football games, you got to watch this. This is awesome here. So yeah, it's fun to be a part of this. And, Patty is like the best example of your age. But she's super. That is like awesome compliment and wisdom. Big heart.
A light, truly a light in our world. Thank you, Dan. So let's see how we're doing here this morning. See if you know what comes after this. All that God is. Oh, well done. Let's do it again. All that God is. I am. Let's see how you do with this one. God is light. I am light. God is the light. I am. Ooh, let's try it again. God is the light. I am light. Try it again. I know it's different. This is called muscle confusion. We're waking up our brains. God is the light. I am. So, God is the light. I am. Can you say that? God is the light. I am. Okay. Can you feel it? I think so. Do you know why I think so? Because I see it all the time. I see the light in you. Look around. See the light. I'm not talking about the Christmas tree lights, although they are really beautiful. Really, really. Thank you, Karen Meyer. Is she here? Thank you, Karen Meyer. She's holding the high watch, but she felt that. So it's not unusual for us to be able to see the light out here, and especially this time of the year where we're seeing all of the Christmas lights and we're seeing all of that Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit, because it's not all about Christmas. It's the season of light. But it's easy to see the lights out here. The lights are going up on the trees and the light posts, and they're everywhere. And have we noticed them, is my question. Have we noticed them? Yeah, we have. And there's another light that's going on right now, and it's the light that is within each of us. It's that light, that yumminess of being connected, and it's showing up. And I'm going to have a challenge for you here in a little while about that. But before we do that, I want to invite each of us to let our minds be open. Let our minds be receptive to maybe a new idea, a new thought, a new framework for light. In The Science of Mind, y'all familiar with that book? On page 84, Ernest Holmes, our founder, says, spirit operates through law, which is some part of its own nature. Therefore, all action must be the action of spirit as law. Okay, I say it like this. My actions reveal the God of my understanding. Yeah. And a phrase that I've used for years and years and years goes like this: as I understand more and more of the truth about myself, capital S self, I automatically, because it's a law, express good, light in more abundance. As I understand more and more of the truth about myself, I automatically express it in more abundance. That's the law. That's the way it works. The more I understand it, the more I be it, the more I embody it, the more I express it. Well, it's easy, right? How come it's so hard? Dan, 30 years. Me too. I'm almost 30. 55, counting. So as we find ourselves immersed in the Christmas season and all of the holidays, I invite us, myself and everyone, to stand the portal at the entry of our own mind. To stand at the entry of our mind and be aware of what it is that we're thinking, what it is that we're buying into. Oh, literally and, metaphorically. To pay attention to the bright lights that are going up around us and that are passing us by, those lights in the people that we're looking at. To pay attention to those lights, to see them newly, to see them with fresh eyes, to see those lights as the radiant Christ that we're walking beside. So one of the things about having a greater understanding about my experience of myself and life is having a greater experience and a greater understanding of what the season of light means to me. And I really invite us all to be clear about that. So for me, I'm celebrating the Christ consciousness. I'm celebrating that unity with God within me. You might word it differently. Someone might be celebrating the winter solstice right now. Someone might be celebrating divine love as the connection with their family and their friends. Someone might be using this season of light in a very mindful, purposeful way to get closer to that experience of God. What is yours? What is your reason for celebrating the season? If we want to make the season more meaningful and more powerful in our own lives, we must know within ourselves why we're doing it. Otherwise, we're just along for the ride. And which is okay. It's all right, right? Sometimes being along for the ride is okay, but I invite us to be actually clear about what it is that we're celebrating. Get clear about it and honor it. And then let things fill up to amplify it, right? So that we can embody it. So there is a great power and energy at this time. And there are lots of people that are doing really beautiful, magical things and ways of expressing it. Music. Have you heard the music lately? It's Christmas music. But it's also music of love. It's music of connecting. There's art everywhere. You're going to see it later on today. There's baking going on. There's creativity abounding. And it's ever present. And there are people that are speaking about this thing called life. And one of my favorite people in the whole world is going to share with you right now. She's someone that you may know. If you don't, I'll introduce you later. And I really like the way she says this. Meet Maya Angelou. Oh, and we want to hear it, so start at the very beginning. And we could have her be a little louder, ask her to speak up. We have many people coming to the back to rescue Maya. so that her voice can be heard. And isn't it interesting that sometimes we speak and no one hears what we're saying? And how many times is someone speaking to your heart, but
An
you're not
American song,
listening?
19th century.
So we're going to go back to the
which,
beginning. Go very, very, very back to the beginning. Thank you, Dave. Love
There's
you.
an African American song, 19th century, which is so great. It says, when it looked like the sun wasn't gonna shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds. Imagine. And I've had so many rainbows in my clouds. I had a lot of clouds, but I have had so many rainbows. And one of the things I do when I step up on a stage, when I stand up to translate, when I go to teach my classes, when I go to direct a movie, I bring everyone who has ever been kind to me with me. Black, white, Asian, Spanish speaking, Native American, gay, straight, everybody. I say, come with me. I'm going on the stage. Come with me, I need you now. Long dead, you see? So I don't ever feel I have no help. I've had rainbows in my clouds. And the thing to do, it seems to me, is to prepare yourself so that you can be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. Somebody who may not look like you, may not call God the same name you call God, if they call God at all, you see? And may not eat the same dishes prepared the way you do, may not dance your dances or speak your language, but be a blessing to somebody. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah. We could be done right there, but we're not. You see, being the light and recognizing and knowing that God is the light that I am kind of sets me free, doesn't it, in a way? I don't have to effort. I'm pretty certain, and I apologize if God isn't your word. I like it, so I tend to use it a lot. But it could be spirit, it could be divine mind, it could be infinite love, creator, the thing itself. I use God, so I hope that you will just let that be. If I'm remembering that God is the light that I am, I can let go and let God. How many times has that been said? I can let go and let it be. I can allow that divine perfection in all of its magnificence and glory to have its way with me. And it's easy because it's a letting go. It's a letting it flow. And there's this thing that happens when we're in touch with that feeling of letting spirit have its way. So let's just do a little check-in. Have you ever seen the light in another person? Have you seen it in nature? Me too. Have you heard it? Have you smelled it? I know, right? Have you touched it? Yeah. Okay. Have you known yourself to be the light? Then you know God. You have a personal, intimate relationship with the divine because you have allowed it to have its way with you. How cool is that? So the only thing that we're doing here in this season of light, as far as I can tell, is we're seeing the light. We're finding the light, and we're being the light, and we're inviting the light in. It is the very, very, very greatest gift that we can give. It is the very greatest gift of all to be the gift, right? And I have to say, I'm a gift person. I really like gifts, and this really is my favorite gift. So I have some really special people in my life that are the light for me, and 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 so I appreciate that. And becoming as lights ourselves, do you know what happens? I know you do, but since I'm up here and I have the microphone, I'll just say it for you. I'll say it for you if it's okay with you. When we are the light for ourselves, we become the light for those around us. And Ernest Holmes, he's so wise. He reminds us again in that same great book on page 435 this time, self-healing must come first of all. And okay, that's it. Self-healing must come first of all. Okay, and do you ask, but what am I healing? Do you? I do sometimes. Okay, but Ernest, there's nothing to heal. There's only something to reveal, right? So really, but if you're wondering where the healing must come first for yourself, this is what I do, and I offer it to you because it really works. I just listen to where I'm judging. I just listen to the things I might be saying about someone else or something else, some situation, and oh, there's a place for healing to occur. And by healing, I mean the revelation of the divine in that situation, in that moment, in that incarnation of the divine, because we already all know that everyone, everything is your word, God, spirit, creative, the thing itself. I like that one. So if I want to be a conduit, if I want to be a conduit for God's grace, for God's love, for God's beauty, then I must first become it myself. And in order to become it myself, I must get to know myself. So I let my life become this laboratory. I let my life become this laboratory, and I pay attention to the things that I'm saying and what I'm feeling. And I pay attention to how I'm can't think of a better word, self-medicating for the pain and the upset in my life. And I pay attention to all of that. Why? Because those are there because those are the glimmers in my life where God is yearning to be brought forth, yearning to be invited in. If God begged, God would be begging to be brought in. So every time there's this little crack, there's this little chasm, it's called separation, that occurs, that's the opening for us to use our life as a laboratory. And so I heard this really, I didn't hear it, I read it. I read this really great story. And so picture this. Picture you're in this old barn and there's an auction going on, and the auctioneer comes up and he has this frayed, I don't have one, frayed and battered and kind of dusty and ugly violin. And he holds it up and he says, okay, I got this violin, and anybody offer me $1? Maybe $2? Yeah, maybe. Can't sell it for anything. Nobody in that barn was putting their hand up. So this old guy walks up slowly from the back of the barn. He walks up and he picks up the violin, and he's older than the violin. And he starts to play the violin. And the room is filled with the light of God, with the beauty and the magnificence of the music of this violin. And everyone is just awed. They're awed by it. And then the man hands the violin back to the auctioneer, and the auctioneer says, who would like to offer me $1,000 for this violin? hands go up. 2,000, hands go up. 3,000, hands go up. But what changed? What changed? Someone knew the value of that violin. Someone knew the potential of that violin. Someone actually knew how to play it, which is why I don't have a violin up here. Someone knew how to use it, and that changed the value of it, didn't it? It became something so precious, and that is what we are. When we understand the value of our life, when we come to know the nooks and the crannies and what's possible in our lives, we become that violin. But there's more. That master that knew how to play the violin, that too is our role. See, the life is God's life, right? There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. It's also a song. There's only one life. We become the masters of our own life. We learn what this life is all about. We learn what it means to pick it up and play it beautifully. We learn when to bring it out and play softly, and we learn when to let it shine. And we learn to be in harmony with the lights around us. We learn to let our music be compatible. We learn to be the soloist and to be in the chorus. We learn the value of the rest. And we become the master within our own life, because we are the perfect vessel for God's good. Every day, in every way, your light is shining. And it's shining for you. And it's shining for the whole world. And as we understand that, as we experience it, we make the world a better place to be. There's nothing greater that we could do this season than to be the light. So this year, as you're driving around and you're seeing the lights, pay attention to them. Notice them. Let them fill you up. As you're walking through the mall or the restaurant or your home and you see the light in your beloveds, see it. Notice it. And do that thing that we love to do. Appreciate it. Say, hey, I'm digging your light. And realize that you too are the light. That's not just me. It's not just some people. It's not the special people. We're all the light. And the light comes through us absolutely perfectly. So this season, let us be the ones to stop midstream when we find ourselves in criticism. Let us be the ones to stop and, no matter how small it is, find something good in the moment. Be the light. Let us take time to appreciate and love our family, our friends, our beloveds. Let us be the ones to light the world with joy, with laughter, with goodness, as we see the good, the God, the divine, the thing itself in ourselves and in each other. Let us be the light. Will you join me? Thank you. I am so grateful to share this with you. All right, we're going to wrap it up with some prayer. Thank you, Diane.
Good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy holy. All light, holy holy. All light, holy holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is light, holy, holy.
Oh, holy, holy, holy. That one light, that light that is God, that light that is love, that light that is eternal and everlasting, it is ever present. It is right here, right now, making itself known. It is absolutely delighted to illuminate each one of us. We are the light of love. We are the light of beauty. We are the light of joy. We are the light of creativity. We are the light of wisdom. For we are the light of God itself. And it is expressing absolutely perfectly, beautifully, magnificently as each one, each individualized expression of the one. Therefore, each light is valued and valuable. Each light is part of that eternal, ever expressing perfection. And so I know that as we allow that light to grow in this season of light, as we allow that light to illuminate every nook and cranny of our lives, every thought, every condition, every word that we speak, we are lifted up in consciousness. Not only are we lifted up, but we lift up ourselves so beautifully, so happily, so joyfully that we lift up those around us. I know that each one of us is allowing that light to transform our lives, moving from glory to greater glory, light to greater light, love to greater love. For it is the experience of it. And so I give thanks for knowing that each one of us is a part of the whole, that each one of us is that light, and that that light is in good keeping. Thank you, God. And as I release this word, I'm releasing it to a mighty moving power. I can let go. I let it be. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Reverend Patty. Thank you, thank you. Please welcome back, Signe.
When you're lost, no, you're not. You're just on your way. If you forgot who you are, oh, you're just a little strange. When what you seek ain't what you sought, something's on its way. If what you think ain't what you thought, oh, well, someone's about to change. It's a big, big world on a little ball. Spins so quick, still you don't fall. When you're lost, no, you're not. Life's just having its way. You forgot what you want. You will find yourself again. It's a big, big world on a tiny ball. Spins so quick, but never falls.
Senior, thank you so much.
All right, it's time for us to give our gifts. Oh, isn't that nice? We get to give gifts. So in the season of gifting, know that you are the gift, that your presence is so valued and so appreciated. And if you are giving a gift in the tangible form, I invite you to take it in your hands. And we'll do a variation of what we know. Please repeat after me. Divine love, blesses and consecrates all that I give. I give with love. And so it is.
The man with the bag. All right. And time to get those kidlets in.